Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm just out in the garage working on the car. You've probably seen a couple of previous videos, different things I'm doing. What I want to do now is you can see through the back window that the rear deck and that has the speaker mounts or the speaker covers built in. Here's a shot from inside the car. It's still hanging. It's hanging by the seat belts. And what I need to do is get that put back up in the window. Before I do, I want to clean the window as thoroughly as possible. It's kind of hard to see from out here, the glare and everything, but with that deck being gone, I can get farther down to the bottom of the window, so I should be able to really give it a good cleaning. I'm just going to use Windex and paper towels, but I'm going to scrub it as thoroughly as I can and get as much of the grime off of it. You know, over time it just builds up. I clean it when I wash the car, but I really want to get down and just scrub the corners and do the best I can. And once the window's clean, we'll get that deck reinstalled and we'll go from there. I've cleaned the inside of the back window with paper towels and I really scrubbed hard. What I'm going to do now is shoot another coat of Windex on it, and I'm going to come back with a microfiber towel and basically clean and dry it off with this, because this won't leave any lint behind. And it should help with, you know, streaking. The ammonia in the Windex is not supposed to streak, but if you don't get a window good and clean, the dirt will still streak. I don't care what they say. So I'm going to go back with this and see if I can't get a nice clean start. It looks pretty good because I'm looking out toward the light because I left the garage door open, and you can see a lot of junk on the outside of the window. The inside looks good, but I'm just going to give it one more shot with this, and then we'll clean the rest of the windows around the car. While we're doing it, we may as well. And we'll get that deck reinstalled. The back window looks really nice from the inside now. And take a look at this rag. See the dirt on there? Even after I had cleaned it with the paper towels, going back and just scrubbing it in with this, working it in, brought more dirt off the window. And I'm really happy about that because it's going to be safer having a clear view out the back window. I'm going to go ahead now and shut the video off. I'm going to get the rest of the windows cleaned. Then we'll come back and talk about getting that rear deck installed. I've got all 4 of the side windows done. Before I clean the front window, there's one thing I want to do. Let me show you. I know you can't see it in the video, but right here is where my mirror used to be, because there's a clean spot. There we go. There's a clean spot on the window right there because the mirror was glued at that point. And my mirror fell off not too long ago, and I've got a kit to replace it, but I need to make sure I get it back in the same location. Otherwise, you know, it may be difficult to see out the back window. So I'm going to mark that on the inside of the window with a dry erase marker. I'm going to go to the outside of the car, and I'm going to trace that on the outside of the window. We'll clean this window. Once the window's good and clean, I'll come back also today, and I'll glue the little button up there that holds the rear view mirror on. So this just lets me position it properly. My dry erase marker, the black one, did not work all that well because it was truly dried out. So I got a little bit of the line drawn, but not enough to really see it. So I'll use this red one. And I know it's going to be hard for you to see, but I have just basically traced in the area. That'll clean right up with a little Windex. Now I can clean the inside of the car, and I can reattach my mirror, which I've been needing because there have been a couple of times where I had to back up. And man, it was a trick being able to back out of a parking space and not being able to see anything behind me. So I'm going to be really glad to get that back in the car. I'm going to go ahead and get that front window cleaned, and then we'll be done with the windows. It's taking a little longer than I expected, but anything worth doing is worth doing right? All right. I've just finished shampooing the carpet in the back of the car. I just need for it to dry, and then I can vacuum it out. While I'm waiting, I'll take advantage of this opportunity to go ahead and vacuum out the floor pans in the front of the car and just clean them up a little bit. I won't vacuum them today. I plan to do the front half of the car separately. Probably will remove the seats and really get in there and scrub good. Looking forward to this drying so that I can see if I missed any spots. I can see there's a spot right up under the console that I can't really get to with the scrub brush. So I think at some point when I do the front of the car, I probably will pull the console so that I can, or at least loosen it up where I can raise it up and scrub up under it. But looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead right now and just vacuum the front while I wait for this to dry. The car is completely vacuumed out. The carpet is still damp. I'm not really going to worry too much about it. I don't think it's going to dry completely tonight because it's getting later in the evening. Well, I say late, it's about 4 o'clock, and look how dark it is. It's cool out, so I think it's probably going to take a little bit to dry. I probably will leave it in the garage overnight with the doors open so that it can just sort of, you know, air out. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to button up the back end here, and I'm going to go ahead and try to get my mirror, the button for my mirror glued on, and then I'm going to call it, I say call it quits. I probably will clean the floor mats because they're looking pretty rough. I'll just vacuum them off and then put a little bit of that carpet cleaner on them just to kind of clean them up a little bit. And we'll pick up tomorrow vacuuming the carpet out. I'll wipe out the seat pan here where the seat goes, and then we'll get the seats put back in the car, and that should pretty well button this job up for now. I want to go ahead and close this video down. I know I still have the mirror to hang, but there's not much to it. You mix up the epoxy, put it on the button, hold it to the window for 30 seconds or 60 seconds, and that's all there is to it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I want to thank you for hanging out with me for this job. I really appreciate it, and come back and see me again real soon. I got a lot more videos coming. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.